everyone, welcome to the last day of VLOGmas. I can hardly believe that I made it through. This has been such a journey for me. I'm just overwhelmed with joy and just a lot of emotions, and I don't know, this journey has been a rough one, and not just VLOGmas, but this year in particular, and not really this year in particular, actually. It's just been a journey since I was born, and then more specifically since I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder when I was 15 years old, and now I am 30. So I have been battling this thing for 15 years, and it has tried to take me out multiple times. And I'm just in a place where I'm like, Lord, just really, really grateful to just be pushing through, and that means something different every second of every day. And here recently, these last, I'll say 4 years, since 2014, well actually no, since 2012, I've had a consistent seasonal aspect of my depression, and it has come every winter since 2012, and this year has been different. And I think that is because of a number of things, but one of the main things was God working through a specific treatment that I went through this year at National Institutes of Health, and the treatment is called TMS, and so I've done videos on that, or you can look it up, and that really helped me. But this was after trying 8 different medications, 12 different therapists, going in and out of treatment centers, inpatient hospitalization, outpatient hospitalization, group homes. I mean, it has been a lot. And some of that was just this year in and of itself. So I'm just very, very grateful for this new aspect of my journey. I don't know what's to come. I can really only take it 1 second at a time. Literally, every day presents its own thing, and I just have to just keep pushing. I just have to make it through the day. And then when that seems too long, I gotta make it through the hour. When that seems too long, I have to make it through the minute. So I'm just grateful that God is just helping me do it all. And He's always been helping me. It's just my perspective is different in a way. So I'm just like, trying to make it through, and just to be kind of above water in the winter after all these years of being really drowning just feels different, and it's scary but good, and it's just a mixture of emotions. And this year itself, like January, was the darkest month of my whole life. I mean, my whole life. I was completely isolated. Other times I would be isolated a little bit. Like, I would be off of social media, but I would still, be talking to my case manager or my therapist or my mom or some different friends here and there. But January, I was completely isolated, pretty much. And it was a really dark and scary thing. And I'm not trying to make this video too long, so I won't go into too many details, but that was how the year began. And I mean, I've been through a lot of dark moments throughout my life and dealing with this mental illness, but this January was on another level that I can't even put into words, that I don't even remember a lot of it because I was blacked out for a lot of it, just emotionally blacked out, laid in paralysis. There's just so many things, kind of the worst manifestation of the depressive symptoms that I've ever experienced. So to go from that to this is just very mind-blowing to me. Trying to keep it together. It's just a lot that I'm grateful for, and a lot that is scary, because I've been doing well before in my life, and then my depression is unpredictable, and it is a group of neurons in my brain that just don't work, and science hasn't figured out why that happens. So it can just happen at any time. So there's nothing, it's not circumstantial. There's nothing that happens and then I black out and become depressed. It just happens out of nowhere. Science can't figure it out. The many doctors that I've been through all these years can't figure it out. NIH, which is the top research hospital in the world, couldn't figure it out. MRIs, all of this, you know, science and medication, all of that couldn't figure it out. So while I'm grateful, I am just a little hesitant because it just comes out of nowhere. So it's only if it's in God's will that I'll keep experiencing life in this way and just trying to be able to push through. Because it's still hard, but it's a different kind of hard than it being hard and I'm completely blacked out and can barely breathe, you know? So I'm just grateful and I'm just excited to continue embracing the moments that God has for me in this way. And as we're approaching 2019, I am just grateful to keep hearing from the Lord and what he wants me to do with my life and kind of starting over, because this current depressive episode has lasted for 2 years and I've kind of like had to start from scratch and lost everything, lost a lot of my all of my close connections and close bonds with people. So I'm starting over in that way, and then I haven't worked, so I'm starting over in that way. So it's a lot of like new birth and just a new life. It just feels like starting over again, which is hard at 30, like to start over, right? So just kind of figuring that out and just seeing what it is that God has for that. So I just want to thank everybody who watched any of the Vlogmas videos or sent any encouragement about my blogs on my website or any of the social media outlets. That was very helpful. Any comments, any likes on any of these videos, it just helps because this is a very lonely journey, and so having feedback is helpful, and I just it's just nice to feel supported in that way. Tangible support is really helpful for me in this journey, so I'm very, very grateful for all of you, and I'm just so glad that we made it through Vlogmas together, and I wish all of you well as you all close out this year and bring in the new year and continue growing in the ways that God has already started this year and any other year of your life, and continue moving forward in 2019, because God doesn't operate by years and times. So he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So he's not moved by our year transition. That's just for us. But as we are moving forward, just continuing to lean onto God and embrace the way that he has guided us and what he wants for our life. So thank you all again so much. Thank you for watching, and remember to love always. Bye.